Think your partner checking your phone feels invasive. These punishments were real. Recorded. Public. Systematic. And they make Game of Thrones look merciful. Today, we're walking through castle corridors. History books conveniently skip the Scold's Bridle. It looks harmless behind museum glass. Almost decorative. But worn. It was a weapon. The Scold's Bridle was a metal cage. Locked around a woman's head. Inside, iron bars forced the mouth open. Many included a sharp spike. Pressing down on the tongue. Speak. And you bleed. Swallow. And you choke. Women accused of adultery weren't allowed to defend themselves. They were paraded through town. Bells attached to the mask. Ringing with every forced step. You couldn't eat. You couldn't drink. And you definitely couldn't explain your innocence. Medieval society understood one thing perfectly. If you destroy a woman's voice, you destroy her power. Public shaving. Next came punishment meant to erase identity. Hair wasn't fashion. It was status. Femininity. Honor. Accused women were shaved completely. Head. Eyebrows. Sometimes their entire body. Not in private. In castle halls. Before nobles, servants, and guests. Afterward, many were forced to walk exposed. Along castle walls. For days. In winter cold. Hair grows back. Shame doesn't. The cucking stool. A wooden chair. Mounted over a moat. The woman was strapped in. Then dunked beneath the surface. Again. And again. And again. Moats weren't water. They were sewage. Rot. Disease. Each dunk lasted just long enough to trigger panic. But not mercy. If you drowned, God had judged you guilty. If you survived, you lived with sickness, humiliation, and permanent accusation. This was considered lenient. In medieval Europe, suspicion alone could cost you your face, your voice, or your life. Behind the stone walls of Europe's grandest castles, justice wasn't about truth. It was about control. And for women accused of infidelity, punishment wasn't meant to correct behavior, it was designed to erase existence. This isn't legend. This isn't exaggeration. Mutilation. For serious accusations, punishment became permanent. Noses cut off. Ears removed. Sometimes both. Why the face? Because medieval belief demanded sin be visible. This wasn't execution. It was social death. You could walk. You could breathe. But every face you met knew your accusation. Before you spoke. No trial required. A husband's word was enough. Immurement. Some women weren't killed. They were sealed. Bricked alive inside castle walls or towers. A candle. A Bible. A narrow slot for food. No windows. No voices. No light once the flame died. Years passed. In darkness. Records describe women clawing stone. Until their fingers bled. Speaking to hallucinations. Begging walls that never answered. It wasn't execution. It was slow disappearance. The shame procession. Other punishments left no scars. But destroyed just as completely. Women were forced to walk barefoot through towns. Wearing thin shifts. Carrying candles. Publicly confessing sin. At every street corner. Not once. Every week. 4 months. If the candle went out, the walk restarted. Children threw stones. Adults spat. Friends turned away. This wasn't justice. It was psychological execution. Starvation chambers. Some castles had cells built for only one thing. Waiting. No food. No light. No release. Screams echoed for days. Then stopped. Not because mercy arrived, but because the body no longer had the strength to beg. Living death. The final punishment was considered civilized. Women were sealed into convents for life. Names erased. Hair shaved. Silence enforced. No visitors. No letters. No identity. They didn't die quickly. So think again about trust issues. In medieval castles, a rumor could mean mutilation, starvation, or being sealed alive. These weren't rare horrors. They were systems. Which punishment shocked you the most? Could you survive even one day of medieval justice? This is Historic Echoes, where history isn't comfort. It's truth.